Khan, Shalawam, Shalawam, Israel. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalawam, Shalawam. Say something out, so let's see if they can hear you.
Shalawam, all praise to the Most High. Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua.
Khan, yeah, we here to bring some edification to you people today. We're about to elaborate on some of the wickedness in this world that's going on, right? Because you can see everybody see some form of wickedness going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's more wickedness that's overweighing the good and the righteous in this world to come. That's why the Most High is only dealing with the righteous, because it's only going to be a remnant of them. A whole multitude of wickedness, the Most High is not going to deal with that. What happens when you have a whole giant tumor in your body, or giant cancer rather in your body? You're going to want to cut off that cancer, right? That's the wickedness of this world. That's the cancer of this world, is wickedness, right? So let me pull up some of these videos real quick so you guys can get a good insight of what's going on, right? Let's get this one right here.
Erupting in the nation's capital when gunfire broke out at a
I gotta put my screen back up slightly.
Festival.
Bam, there we go.
No, that is straight up gunshot.
Police
Start back.
Panic erupting.
See, look at that. Man, are y'all ready for that? Because this right here is just like on a small scale. This is like 5%. Imagine the whole earth doing this though. You know what I'm saying?
Capital. Gunfire broke out at a packed.
That's just one small city.
Festival.
No, that is straight up gunshot.
Police say the unauthorized event was being shut down after a series of fights with a massive crowd, but around 8:30 in the evening, a gunman began firing. Police say a 15-year-old was killed and 3 others were injured, including a police officer.
Death and destruction, wickedness is at an all-time high. This is what we're going to continue to see. This is what we've been seeing for the past couple decades now, and it just seems to me, or like a lot of us, that it's just going to get worse, and it has been getting worse and worse.
With guns involved, and with our police man crowd on site, somebody used a gun, and a child is dead.
Other people hurt after being.
They're trying to use this, right? Netanyahu, they're going to try to use this for gun reform in some
type
of way. They're going to add that to the list, you know. So is it guns killing people, or is it people killing people? To me, it seems like the media is saying it's the guns. But if you come to an actual realization and you have some sense and some logic, come on, man, it's the people that the people. The gun has nothing to do with it, right?
Trampled while trying to leave the area.
The time to know it.
Multiple guns in the gun used in the shooting.
Yeah, you put hold that one in your arsenal too, because I don't have that.
Neighborhood, 9 people shot.
I'll just set it. I didn't, but yeah, I have it ready though.
Yeah, get that one ready too.
Man dying from his gunshot wounds, according to police. So far, nobody has been arrested.
Of course, nobody's going to be arrested, man. Nobody's going to be arrested. This is going to get worse and worse because judgment of the Most High is not here yet. This is why everything is so wicked the way it is, because the Most High judgment is not here, and the heathens, they don't know the Most High's judgment. The wicked do not know the Most High's judgment.
The reality is something has to give. The lawmakers, the gun makers.
You see that? You see that? I said the gun makers, man. What the gun makers got to do with anything? They just making the guns. It's the people that's doing all the action. Come on, brother.
Law enforcement and the community themselves. Everyone has to be accountable, right? And
no.
If we all are accountable to ourselves, we can sleep at night.
All of this is a bipartisan.
Well, yeah, the people do have to be held accountable, but the guns, come on, it's just a material item. This is all set up.
Those senators are working on drafting a number of proposals, including strengthened background checks.
You see that?
Restrictions for convicted.
Ain't nobody getting guns.
Security and mental health programs.
You might have no felonies, but you still get a gun though. They trying to push it to where you have to be an authoritative figure as a police officer, a military guy, a gun carrier for security or something. These are the ones that's going to have guns, but the people, nah, they come in to take your guns away, right? Give me Matthew 24:12. You got to elaborate on this wickedness of this world, man, because this thing is just getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand,
Con.
man.
Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Read that one more time.
Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right? Iniquity is sins, it's wickedness. Since this is all abound, it's found, it's everywhere you look, every corner, there's some form of wickedness and darkness. The love of many is going to start to get colder and colder and colder. The more wickedness there are, the more the hearts of the people are going to become less and loving and more wicked. They're going to start hating their brother more evil eyes towards the people, and etc. Because this is just getting out of hand, right? Give me Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5 real quick. So what happens when wickedness is just too much on the earth? You got to get rid of that cancer. You got to cut it off, right? Let's get an example on what happened when wickedness was running to and fro in the earth at an all-time high, right?
Genesis 6 and 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You see that? They just want to continue in their own mind and their own thoughts. It's a forever continuance that they're going to trek on. This is what makes the wickedness level get higher and higher and higher. It's like a meter, right? This meter, you see a thermometer, right? It has its boiling point. Wickedness already blew up off the top of that thing. You know what I'm saying? It's too high. The Most High has to come and do the judgment. But it says since the wickedness of man was so great, and that they followed after the imaginations of their own hearts, their own minds, they had to be destroyed. Right? Let me get Proverbs 29 and 16.
I just lost it. Hold up. I got you. Proverbs 29 and 16.
Well, one second.
When the
1 second.
Yeah,
I'm going to reshare my screen real quick. And I want to pull it up on the screen for the people so they can read along.
Time.
29 and 16. Okay.
All right. Proverbs 29 and 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
Right. So the wicked, when there's more wicked and more wicked and more wicked, it's a multiplier, right? The more wicked there are, it's going to multiply. So you have two wicked people, that's going to create what? 4 wicked people. Get what I'm saying? So them 2 is going to create 4. That 4 is going to be 8. That 8 is going to create 16. It's just going to keep on multiplying and multiplying. Transgression is also going to increase. Transgression is what? The breaking of God's laws, statutes, and his commandments. That is going to increase. All right. Let's jump back a little bit. Like, okay, everybody has a universal law of kill, don't murder, don't covet your neighbor's wife, don't commit adultery, and things like that, right? But even these things are going to be done away with in the minds of men. They're going to start killing. They're going to start coveting other people, sleeping with each other's wife. Everybody had that base 10 commandment written in their hearts. Okay, we're not doing that. Transgression and sin is going to increase so much, they're going to disregard even that. But the righteous shall see their fall. So if you don't want to deal with the wicked and you're dealing in the paths of righteousness, you're going to witness the wicked fall. They're going to fall on their own sword. The house of America is crumbling down like crackers. Y'all got to come out of her, just like Revelation 18:4 says. The righteous are going to escape the wicked. The righteous are going to be contrary to what the wicked are doing. Therefore, the righteous are going to escape the wicked. Khan?
You breaking up.
Oh, Khan, Salaki. Is that better?
Yeah.
Salaki. It's fine. So let's just go to another video. Let's see what's going on. Matter of fact, let's finish that one real quick. It's already finished. Let's just see what else is going on in this world that people don't like to really pay attention to, right? Of course, we got the Uvalde. It's unfortunate that these young, most of them look like Israelites, right? The majority of them look like young Jakes in there. It's unfortunate that our young ones have to go through these things by the wicked hand of the evil government. You know what I'm saying? This might have been that is real, but also we can't trust the agenda of these wicked Edomites. How do you know that they didn't sacrifice them children for their own agenda? Get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's still unfortunate that had happened, but we understand that this is the wickedness of the world, and that is at an all-time high. You got a lot of people coming and speaking about it. Why is this happening? I don't understand how evil this world can be. It's because they don't seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We understand why these things are coming to pass, because man likes to run rampant and they like to set their minds to do evil. So that's unfortunate. We'll have to see what he's saying.
Kimberly. She wanted to go to law school.
Law school?
Yeah, at St. Mary's, because that's where I go. This is a sweater she was wearing.
You see, man, this is what happens when our people don't seek the laws of the Most High, because if you're not found in the Most High, he's not found in you. You got to return back to your power. This is how we get a defense shield. The Most High is supposed to be our fortress for us and our children. So if we don't have the Most High, we're vulnerable and we're open to be destroyed by these other nations at any time, right? Let's go to Hosea 4:6 real quick. I'll pull it up. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, and it says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee." You see that? So since nobody seeks the knowledge of the Most High is going to reject you. Nobody wants to serve the Most High in joyfulness and gladness of heart. The Most High is going to reject you, meaning when you need the Most High as your shield, when you need the Most High to protect you in the day of your calamity, he is going to reject you. But not only that, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So if you're not teaching your kids the law, statutes, and commandments, guess what? They're vulnerable too. They're easy prey out here as well. This is why we see stuff like this happening.
No one else needs to go through this. We never needed to go through this, but we...
The mother of 10-year-old Xavier had just attended his award ceremony hours before the shooting. His grandmother spoke with ABC News by phone.
It's so hard to send kids to school and thinking they're going to make it back home, and they're not.
10-year-old Rogelio Torres' mother described him as very smart and loving. Amory had just turned...
See, man, this is wild, man. Give me
Wicked.
Give me a Psalm 7 and 9 real quick, and look what's behind them. What's behind them? That's the Asherah pole, the grove, the tree of Asherah, right? Or Astarte, which would mean the pole of the Babylonian. It's a Babylonian custom. Nimrod, Tammuz, Semiramis. That's what the Christmas tree is for. Yeah. So we can clearly see that they were involved in paganism. Therefore, the Most High is not dealing with them. This is why calamities happen to our people, because we are not protected. That's it. Because we're not protected, right? And just to throw a quick precept real quick before you pull that out, let me give you an example of how our protection works, right? So this is Judith chapter 5, verse 20. Now, this is a man named Achior, right? Achior is speaking to his governor, whose name is Holofernes, right? So he's telling his governor Holofernes, he's telling him this. Now, therefore, my lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. So that's the thing. We are God's chosen people, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are God's chosen people. No other nation on the earth right now can ever curse you or throw spells on you, etc., to destroy you. But they figured if we sin against our God, let them consider that this shall be our ruin. Right? Let's go to the next verse. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, meaning if nobody's in sin and we're all serving the Most High God on one accord, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So Achior is saying to his governor, look, we can go in there and destroy them only if they are found in sin. Then we can take them over. But if we go in there and there is no sin in their nation and they're following and serving their God is going to be with them, and their God will defend them, and we will be made an example to all the nations of the world. That's the secret right there. That's it. This is how they're able to control and have power over the children of Israel, is because they keep us in sin. And what is sin? Breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Eating pork, eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, following the ways of the world, following the traditions of men, doing what the God knows what, doing what your own mind wants to do. You are going to be in sin. Therefore, these other nations can take advantage of you, right? So that's it on that. Just to throw that quick precept, our people are destroyed. They're rejected by God. This is why wickedness is running rampant upon our people. All right, what you got? You got a precept?
Like you were saying, man. All we gotta do is come back to the laws and commandments of the Most High, man. At the end of the day, but yeah, I got a precept for that. Second Maccabees, man. 6:12.
Bring it out
through 16. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation.
Right.
So
go ahead, break it down.
Oh, kind. So the Most High is using these calamities, basically these events, to punish us as a nation. Because he don't punish us individually, he'll punish us as a nation, right? But it's not for our destruction. So all we gotta do is come back to the laws and commandments of the Most High.
That's right, that's right. That's all we gotta do. It's never for our destruction. It's always to keep us chastised. You know what I'm saying? Affliction is good so that way we may learn the commandments of God. We may learn his statutes. So we take these things cheerfully, right? Yeah, good job on that precept, Khan. That works perfect. You got anything else to add on before I move on?
Yeah. Hold on. I have to have some. No, you can go ahead.
Khan. So yeah, man, this world is wicked, man. Y'all gotta understand. Like I tell people, you gotta stop focusing on the inside of your box. Because if that whole box gets thrown into the fire, the whole thing is going to burn, even the outside, meaning you're going to get burnt up in the inside of that box as well. You can't be out here getting caught with your ass out. You have to stay diligent. You have to watch daily. You have to be preparing physically and spiritually on what's to come. The Most High said that the hearts of men shall fail them. Are you going to be able to withstand the sight of events when the Most High cracks that sky open? You're going to have a lot of jakes throwing up. You're going to have a lot of people shitting in their pants. People are going to be peeing on themselves. People are going to be having heart attacks, passing out for what they've seen, because they know deep down inside they are not right in the eyes of the Most High when they come back. This is why the Most High says, my people shall rejoice. You got to be happy when he comes back. But if he comes back and you're trembling and you're in fear and all of these things, that means you are not right with the Most High, and you know it. Let me get Psalm 7 and 9. Did I have you pull that one already?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, bring that up.
Psalm 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Let it what?
Let it come to an end.
Let it come to an end. The Most High is fed up. Go ahead.
But establish the just.
Right. So, go ahead. So it's lucky.
For the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins.
Right. So the Most High is going to try your heart. That means he's going to try what's in your mind. Your reins would mean your emotions, right? The wicked is going to fall. But at the end of all of this, just know that the establishment is going to be of the righteous. They are going to be established and propped into their own place to bring peace back to the earth again, just like we see in Proverbs 29. Let me bring that out real quick. That one's on my spirit right now. So, yep, right here. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. See that? When the righteous are in authority of the world, we have everything on lock, the people are going to be rejoiceful, right? But then it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So now we can see that the wicked are in authority, the wicked are ruling, the wicked are in power. Therefore, the people of the earth are now mourning. They're sad, sorrows, pain, hard bondage, because these wicked people are in power. Just like we read in Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth shall be given into the hand of the wicked, right? Give me Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14.
Hold on, let me pull up real quick.
Pull
up 1 second. Lucky, you fast, Doctor, fast. I don't know why I put KJV or 14. It's lucky. All right, go ahead out, bring it out.
Proverbs chapter 4 and 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men.
Read.
Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away.
Right, so we see wickedness everywhere. The Most High says you got to turn away from that. Pass away from it, right? You on a freeway, you on a highway of righteousness, you see a bunch of exits that say wicked, don't get off on that exit, right? Turn from it, pass it by. Read on, Ak. Read all the way to 19.
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Right, so they don't sleep, right? They have to do some type of evil work before they can get rest at the end of the day. And in fact, when they do try to rest, their sleep is taken away by their guilt and their consciousness, right? They can't sleep, they cannot rest, they cannot go about their day unless they causing somebody to fall in some type of way, right? Read on.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble.
Right. So this is elaborating. We got to be that light. We got to shine. We got to show our people that there's a way of light. There's another path, not the path that we've been taught to by the men of this world and their traditions on how they tell us how to be men, because it's all contrary to what the Most High says. We got to be that light. And once you're that light, you can't just be a single light. You got to try to shine more and more in your everyday walk in this truth, right? Verse 19, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble, because everything they do, they don't think of it as sin. They don't think of it as they're going to be judged. They are not able to see it because they are as darkness. Verse 20, my son, attend to my words, incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes, keep them in the midst of thy heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh, right? So we got to keep the words of the Most High, because we got to build that spirit. Once you delve in wickedness and darkness, you feed in the flesh at that point. When is it going to be time to where we start feeding our spirit? Because after the body's gone, what is your spirit going to do? Is it going to be righteous enough to delve with the Most High? Or is it going to be considered wickedness just like your flesh is and be destroyed? Right? Give me Ecclesiastes 3:16.
Hold on real quick.
Let me pull up one of these articles before you read that. Let's pull up another example of the wickedness that's going on in this world, right? Let's
so
check this one out.
You got a little time now, but still, how did you get the news? It's a big deal no matter what. But for
I ain't even gotta say that. Y'all can read the title. You know what I'm saying? This is madness. This is madness.
I think at first I was shocked and surprised. Anytime you do something that's brand new, it's always surprising to know that
Reverend Doctor, I'm guessing that's Doctor. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Reverend Dr. Megan Rower is Bishop of the Sierra Pacific Synagogue
into that role.
Yeah.
But the good news is that
first transgender bishop of the Lutheran Church talks hope and equality. This is why we don't deal with Christianity. Christianity is something that keeps our people in sin, just like I read in Jude chapter 5, verse 20. The church keeps us in sin. Why? Because they tell us God loves everybody. There's equality in the Bible, and that you don't have to keep the Mosaic laws anymore. It's done away with. They are leading you to destruction, like we read in Matthew chapter 7, right? So this is confusion and this is madness. This is not the way of the Most High. This is actually contrary to what the Most High wants his people to be like, right? Away from the wickedness. This is wickedness, y'all.
that I might be the person stepping into something historic, but it really was the folk of the
Man, what? Hold on. What was that in the back? This look like Tupac.
something historic.
Well, I got that looking like Tupac, man, right there. Oh man. This is bad, man. He got the big, he got the big old Tammuz cross on here too, on her neck.
But it really was the folk of the Sierra Pacific Synod.
They love them idols.
Had faith in
I love them idols.
Historic thing. They voted, and I'm just so grateful.
And look at that symbol right there. And they try to copy us with the fringes. You see that? They don't have no heritage or culture of their own, so they steal everybody's culture and heritage.
They had faith in God and faith in what we're up to, and faith in me to be their leader.
And Reverend, your journey to become bishop has not been an easy one. You grew up in South Dakota. You talk about how you experienced religious abuse firsthand, and yet you say it was that experience that actually brought you closer to God.
Absolutely. Being able to
closer to your God, and your God is the God of this world, which is known as Satan, right? That's who they follow. They don't follow the Bible because the Bible condemns everything they do and is contrary to everything they do. Therefore, they don't follow the Bible, but they follow their own doctrines of men. Let me get Colossians 2:8 real quick.
Colossians? I thought you said Ecclesiastes.
No. I'm pulling it up. It's just something on my spirit now. I'm pulling it up. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ, right? Because Hamashiach, he's not dealing with none of this. They're following after the rudiments and the ways of the world. They're following after the traditions of men. This ain't the first transgender bishop / happy pastor that came out, right? So they're following each other. But just know that these are of the rudiments of the world, right? And not after Hamashiach Yahushai, who the world calls Jesus Christ, right? That's what that is. You got a precept out?
No.
Okay, bring it out.
What'd you ask for again? Ecclesiastes what?
Yeah, 3:16.
Oh, 3:16. Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Right. So it's saying, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, and wickedness was there. What's under the sun? We all know that the earth is under the sun. So we see that earth is the place of judgment. And what else? He elaborated more to say that wickedness is there, right, in the earth. And also the righteous are there, but iniquity are on them. They're delving in wickedness. Read that one more time out.
Con. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
So this is supposed to be a place of righteousness, but evil is here as well. Wickedness is running rampant on the earth, which is the place under the sun, right? Give me Proverbs 29. Proverbs. Now give me Psalms 94 and 16. Psalms 94 and 16. But yeah, I'm done with this so-called bishop, right? Let's get out of here with them. Our people got to come out this idolatry we see here. This is why these events like the Uvalde shooting is happening to us. Hosea 4:6. We're not protected if you're in iniquity and sin. You're not protected by the Most High. He's not going to defend you. Right? Let's pull this up.
94 and 16?
Yeah. 94 and 16.
You ready?
Yeah, Con.
Psalms 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
You see that? We ask the Most High, who's going to stand up for us? All these wicked people, all these workers of iniquity, everyone likes to walk in the ways of dark. Who's going to save us from this? How do we escape this? How do we get out of the ways of wickedness, right? Read that one more time, Mark.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
That's a rhetorical question right there. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
You see that? That's a rhetorical question. That's a question that has only one answer. It's the Most High God. Abba Yahweh is going to save us from these from him, his authority, and by the hand of his son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Everything is ordained in that order, right? He's the one that's going to save us from the wickedness. He's the one that's going to deliver us from the workers of iniquity, right? Give me Psalm 17 and 13 real quick, God. And let me play this real quick.
Go ahead.
He's only one. He know how to count to 5.
Say hi. This 1-year-old beautiful little boy named Kyrie, now brain dead.
Only been a week and it feels like forever.
Eaten so badly, allegedly, by a trusted babysitter and friend to Kyrie's mom, Taylor Starks.
All I know is that she threw my son into the wall and shook him up pretty bad. But
she threw her son into the wall.
They said that's just a bit of what she did to him.
See, our people are mentally destroyed. They love to delve on wickedness. This is all they know. This is why it's important for us to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments to teach us the morality of the Bible. How they
y'all don't understand. That's one of the curses right there. Have an evil eye towards your neighbor.
Exactly. You see that? She didn't love her neighbor right there. Matter of fact, she didn't even love her neighbor's child, which is also her neighbor, right? The children of thy people. That was just pure wickedness. I just don't understand, right? So she's now charged in brutal child abuse case. This is brutal. She threw her son into the wall. And let's hear the rest of it.
She got a text message from babysitter Kimora Hodges on June 13th saying that Kyrie had eaten a bar of soap and was having an allergic reaction. So she rushed home from work to her apartment in Roseville.
And once I made it there, my baby was on the ground having seizure after seizure after seizure.
So she's under the impression, because her friend told her that your son ate a bar of soap and he's having seizures, come home quick. So she comes home and sees her son on the floor having massive seizures, right?
Taylor trusted the babysitter's allergy story, but doctors at Ascension St. John Hospital would soon deliver the worst news.
He had blood force trauma to the head and he was bleeding out his ears, where he had to have immediate brain surgery.
A week later, Kyrie's condition has not improved. Tests continue showing no brain activity.
That's unfortunate. That's sad. Now her son is a vegetable now. That is just madness. You see, this is the wickedness of the world that we're dealing with. They have a judgment coming upon them. You guys got to repent from things like this so you can actually have a chance to make it to the kingdom. Because what it looks like to me, a lot of y'all are not going to make it, right? What else do we got? Let's get this one real quick. Yeah, bring that out. Bring that precept out.
Which one?
Psalms 94. I mean,
Oh,
Psalms 17 and 13. Select it.
Oh, con. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
You see that? So the wicked,
of what Satanism
the
could be ever
wicked
since
are the
Milton
Most High sword,
and
right?
Milton
The wicked are the Most High sword. The Most High uses the wicked to send evil upon people that are doing evil. The Most High sends the sword of the wicked upon the wicked, right? This is just how the Most High deals with it. And we understand who is the sword of the Most High. Let's go to Genesis chapter 27 and verse 40. And it says,
27 and 4?
and it says,
Oh, 40.
This is the
27 and 40.
27 and 40.
You want to bring it out?
Come on.
And by the sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother.
1 second.
Yeah.
Tabs not loading. Keep reading.
Oh, con. And by the sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. So this is Esau. Esau is going to be living by the sword, right? That is the sword the Most High uses to send evil upon people, send wickedness upon people. But at the end, the Most High is going to utterly destroy them as well. That's just the potter. You know, he creates and does things on his own will. We cannot say nothing. It's not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but the Most High that showeth mercy. Right. So we can't say nothing about that. But we understand. Read that back in Psalm 17 and 4. I'll pull it up here too. Oh no. 17 and 13. Salaki, 17 and 13.
17, 13?
Read that again.
Get back to it real quick. All right. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, Most High, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right, read on.
From men which are thy hand, Most High, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babies.
You see that? That's these wicked rulers. That's these people who only delve with generational wealth. Oh, I'm only passing it on to my children. That's only for them, right? They fill their bellies with hidden treasures. They store up things for themselves, right? These are the men of the world. You know what I'm saying? They have their portion here. That's for them to delve in. That's their portion to be wicked, to do all of these things. That's ordained for them. This is their portion. But verse 15 says, read verse 15 out.
As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness.
Right. So we're gonna hold our face in the ways of righteousness. And when we do that, at the end, we're gonna be satisfied. When we wake up out this madness and this dream, we're gonna be on the same likeness as the Most High and the angels in that state. Right. Give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. And I'll get Jeremiah 15 and 24. God. Prophet Jeremiah 15. You got it?
No, hold on.
Second,
I had another page saved. I was trying not to lose it. Second Thessalonians.
yeah, chapter 3, verse 2.
Huh. Just on that.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it?
No, I was slow with this one. Hold on real
Okay,
quick.
I'll read this one first. This Jeremiah
Huh, huh.
15 and 12. Salakia, 15 and 15. O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. Thy words were found, and I did eat them. And thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of my heart. For I am called by thy name, O Lord God of hosts. Right? Let's see right here. Let's skip down a little bit to 21. Right here. Oh, let's start at 20. And I will make thee unto this people a fenced brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Right? Like I said, the Most High is going to be our defense, but we have to come back to the Lord. We have to return to the ancient paths of our forefathers if we want to be a fenced brazen wall. If we want to be a fortress, that strong fortress where no enemy can overthrow, we got to come back to the Lord. And what else will he do? He will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked, and I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible. So deliverance from this, we got to escape the wickedness. We can't delve in the way of the darkness of man. But how do we do that? We got to come back to the laws, return to the ancient paths of our forefathers, and the Most High is going to deliver us out of the hands of the wicked, spiritually and physically. But first, you got to come out of the ways of darkness and wickedness spiritually first in order to be saved physically. That's just logic, right? Give me what you got.
Second Thessalonians. What was it? What chapter? What verse?
Chapter 3 and verse 2.
And that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith.
You see that? No, everybody doesn't have faith. So if nobody has faith in Hamashiach, of course they're not going to be doing anything for salvation because they don't even believe in it. If you believe that you're going to get that PlayStation 5 because you've been getting good grades, you're going to get good grades. So, Lucky, if you believe you get the PlayStation 5 by getting good grades, you're going to get good grades because you really have faith and hope and believe that you are going to get that PS5. So if you have hope and faith and you really believe that you are going to be saved out of the hands of the wickedness, then that means you have faith. But if you don't believe none of that, you don't have faith, and you must be delving in the ways of wickedness. Hey, I didn't say it. This is what the Bible teaches. You know what I'm saying? Give me Proverbs 11:8 real quick.
Hey, precept just to go on to that to salvation. That Luke chapter 1 verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Right. That's it. That's what we're getting saved from the hand of our enemies and from the hand of all those that hate us. Everybody hates us. Right? They're oppressing us. They setting up shops. They come up with crafty counsels on to keep us down and keep us oppressed, right? So they hate us, right? Read that one more time out.
That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Start at verse 68.
Oh, 68?
Yeah, start at 68.
Blessed be the Lord, the Most High is the God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
His people,
and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
You see that? This is prophecy that's always been spoken about. You read the whole scriptures, it's about redeeming the children of Israel and setting them back to their higher state and setting the nations abound, bringing peace and order back to the earth again. That's all it is. It's not, oh, everybody gets saved and everybody goes to heaven and the whole earth is destroyed and everyone's in heaven living eternal. No, that's not what it's talking about. That's Christianity. That's why we got to study this book, right? Give me a Proverbs 11 and 8 real quick,
Con.
Imagine Satan is this ultimate rebel against tyranny, and that's the kind of mythological construct that we use. It's very, it can be very shocking. And
you see, he's right there. He's saying they think that Satan is some kind of mythological, like devil with a pitchfork, etc. Satan just means adversary. The spirit of Satan is in a lot of these people who are contrary to the ways of the Most High, right? They have an adverse spirit. They're adverse to what the Most High teaches. They do what they want, just like Aleister Crowley said, do what thou wilt. That's his famous quote. The creator of the Satanic Church says, do what thou wilt. That means do what the hell you want to do in this world. You don't got to listen to nobody. He's promoting lawlessness. And what do we read in Matthew chapter 5? If anybody's teaching lawlessness, they're going to be considered least in the kingdom of heaven. That's just what it is, right? And if any man teaches men to keep the commandments, that same person shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven, right? Go ahead.
11 and 8.
Yeah, and you're going to read all the way to 11. Oh, wait, so 1 second. Let me pull it up here. Slakia.
Con.
All right, go ahead.
Con. Proverbs 11, start at 1 or start at 8?
Start at 8, and you're going to read to verse 11.
Con. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. A hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well
you
with
see that?
the
So
righteous,
once you keep knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, once you keep knowledge and wisdom, slow down a little bit. When you keep knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through knowledge, you're going to be justified. You're going to become righteous because you're now walking in the paths and the ways of the Most High. And how do you find the paths and the ways of the Most High? The knowledge and wisdom of this book. You're going to be delivered if you walk in that way. Go ahead.
when it go a hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting.
You see, so why is it every time somebody wicked dies, everybody has to uproar, everybody has to, go on a tumult? Why is there shouting and loud cries? But when a righteous man dies, nobody really hears about it. Nobody really, says RIP to you, RIP to him, this and that, this and that. Nobody does that. Right? When a wicked man perishes, it's everywhere. RIP whoop-de-whoop, RIP whoop-de-whoop. Just throw a big old loud party, you know what I'm saying? But a righteous man who is not of the world, he's not going to get that treatment because he's not of the world. Those of the world are going to be the ones doing the shouting, which are the wicked shouting for their own wicked people that perish. Does that make sense? I think I worded that a little funny, but Salakia, go ahead, read verse 11.
By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked.
You see that? We build up these great things. This is our blessing because we're upright. We're walking in righteousness. We have this knowledge to build up all these things. But when we do and we're exalted, the wicked come. By the mouth of the wicked and their vain philosophies, like we read in Colossians 2 and 8, and the rudiments of the world, they're going to cause cities to be destroyed. It's tainted too much. You can have a righteous buildings and temples and kingdoms, right? But if wicked comes in and makes it all unclean and just promotes nothing but darkness, sometimes you got to destroy that whole thing and build a new, right? Read verse 12.
Already. My bad. I changed the page. What was he on again? Proverbs 11
Proverbs and 12. No, it's
12.
fine. I'll read it right here. It says, "He that is void of wisdom." Hold on, one second.
I got it. He that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace.
Salakia, answer that call real quick. But yeah, man, would you bring that up one more time up?
He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace.
Right. And that's what I was doing today. I was just outside earlier, right? If nobody has wisdom, they'll know what the hell is going on and shit. He's going to despise his neighbor. Like, who's you? What the hell? I'm going through shit too, bro. Like, I don't care. But if a man with wisdom, he's going to have peace. I understand that brother over there is going through what I'm going through because I have knowledge and understanding of it. Right? I'm not going to despise that brother. I'm going to love that brother and I'm going to tell him what it is. Get what I'm saying? But somebody who doesn't have wisdom, he's going to despise his brother. He's not going to teach him nothing because he don't know nothing. So we don't despise our neighbors. We love our neighbors. But somebody who's void of wisdom, he despises his neighbor. Right? Give me 2 Timothy 4:18. That's the last one.
Be seen as offensive.
Let's see that other one too. There's more wickedness in this world.
Four and 14?
4 and 2 Timothy 4:18.
Oh, 18. 2 Timothy 4:18. And the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory forever and ever.
That's it. The Most High is going to deliver us out of this wickedness, y'all. Y'all got to have your faith and hope that the Most High will deliver you from the ways of darkness. And to have hope and faith is what? To do works. You have to show your faith by your works. That's how you know somebody's faithful. Like I said in that analogy earlier, that kid is going to do all his homework. He's going to do all the chores in the house he can because he has faith and hope that he is going to get that PS5 from his parents. So he's going to do the works to obtain that, right? Read that one more time out.
Faith and works.
Right, faith and works.
And the Most High shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory forever and ever.
Right. So we're going to be preserved for the Most High if we continue to walk in this faith. If we continue to endure until the end, the Most High is going to preserve us. He's going to be our shield. Walking with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we're not going to be rejected by the Most High like we read in Hosea chapter 4. We're not going to be going unto the events of the world in the ways of men like Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. We're going to seek diligently what the Most High has us do, like Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 and verse 15. We're going to get all these things in order, and we're going to spread this bread and cast this bread upon many waters, so that way the wisdom can spread to those who want to seek it. That's why the Most High says many are called but few are chosen. We got to come out of wickedness in these last days. You got to see everything coming on an all-time high, right? It's running rampant. So with that, we're going to close out now. Just want to say Shalawam. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh Bahashim. Yahweh. Kwame YASHARAHLA.
Kwame YASHARAHLA.
Come on. Till next time, we'll keep back up with y'all. Tap in with us on the Discord. Like, share, subscribe to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do the work out here. All praise to the Most High. Kwame YASHARAHLA. Shalawam.